don't want to do either of those things.
Yeah, but if you had to, though.
We set the scene, we have a choice. We must decide on the correct answer. I'm Kyle.
And I am Nathan.
And this is If You Had To, though. People at home won't know this, but Nathan just saluted as he said his name.
They needed to know that.
Yeah.
I think they'd have felt it.
Yeah.
Next time I salute, I promise to hit myself really hard in the head so they can hear it.
Exactly. Or we could just get a woman to very quietly in the background audio describe everything we're doing.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Like, it's so quietly enough that it doesn't interfere with our immaculate back and forth. But
I don't know how an audio description will work on an audio-only medium.
Well, it would work the same way. It's just like Kyle has a twinkle in his eye as he says this.
How would she?
The shine on Nathan's forehead is bright and beautiful. You know. It's like as it opens, Nathan is wearing a black t-shirt with a picture of a pony on it. Kyle is wearing his frilly tutu.
Yeah, my goth pony t-shirt.
Your goth pony.
Oh, that sounds cool, actually.
The goth pony. That'd be a good kids' cartoon, actually.
Or a good band name.
Or a good band. Goth ponies. That'd be a good female rock band, I reckon.
Oh, the Death Fairies.
The Death Fairies.
I mean, as in spectres of death, not as in they're fairies that can't hear. Like, spelling is very important for the band merchandise. We have to spell death correctly, otherwise the meaning is lost.
The blind goblins.
Oh yeah, we could start a whole bunch of bands that like promoting disability and acceptance of disabled people.
Exactly. The wheelchair vampires.
The nearsighted werewolves.
Nearsighted werewolves. Werewolves who wear glasses.
Yeah. Like only nerds do.
Nathan, I've told you not to slander our people.
What are you going to do? You're going to fight me?
We're going to come down there and I'm going to gather my people together and we're going to form an army.
Dungeons and Dragons.
We'll attack you with our dragons. We'll come flying in with our Pokeballs.
Pokemon balls, that's what they're called, aren't they?
You tell me, nerd. Oh!
See, now that's why we need the audio description woman. Like, Kyle has just landed a sick burn.
He stood up and did a backflip. He's now lying on the floor.
Nathan
screaming
is now
agony.
crying at his utter defeat.
Thick tears falling from his squinty eyes.
I mean, the only problem with having an audio descriptor would be like when I say, I'm hanging out with my supermodel girlfriend. Nathan has a picture of a woman drawn on a pillow.
I'm here surrounded by my legions of fans. Kyle sits alone in a dark, empty room.
There's a basketball in the corner with a face painted on it.
Eating a cold pot noodle that he found in the bin. So the premise of this show is that we create scenarios for each other resulting in two possible outcomes. We'll discuss each outcome's pros and cons and decide definitively on the correct answer.
Exactly. We are here to guide the audience through the challenges of life.
Much like a guide dog guides the blind.
Yes, exactly like that. Or like a guide rat guides a blind guide dog.
Yeah, and like the cockroach leads the blind rat.
Oh, exactly. It's the circle of life. I believe they sung about it in The Lion King.
Everyone's being controlled by a tiny, plankton.
I mean, it's all those millions of microbes that live inside all your hairs.
Exactly.
That's why I'm choosing to go bald to get rid of them. It's that's it. That's my origin story.
The microbes are coming to get you.
Exactly. But I've outsmarted them by having no hair.
So Nathan, this week you were hanging out in your... Well, not hanging out, you were doing work because you were in your office. I don't know why I said hanging out.
Was I chilling out, maxing and cooling?
Yeah, you were at work, but you were taking it easy. You were having
I was playing basketball with one hand while typing on the computer with the other.
yeah. It was very impressive. It was the coolest you've ever been.
Oh, then that's a high bar to meet. I mean, I'm currently right now. I'm very cool. I'm wearing a Green Lantern t-shirt, Spider-Man pajamas, and Superman socks. The coolest of the cool.
Nathan is currently sitting butt naked.
Eating crisps out of his belly button.
So yeah, you're at work. You're typing away, typing up the Hanson report, and
Hanson report.
no, not handsome, Hanson.
Oh, okay.
You're
It's
right.
the report of the most handsome men in the world.
Either that or it's your boss. He's come in and he said, "I want you to write a report for me, Nathan. A report about how handsome I am."
And then he flicks his golden hair back.
Oh, your boss sounds lovely. What's your boss's name?
Fabio.
Fabio. Fabulous Fabio.
He pats me on the back with his giant muscular arms. Then he runs off to play some volleyball on the beach.
He runs off in slow motion like he's in Baywatch. So anyway, yeah, you're writing up the handsome report for Fabio, and suddenly, wouldn't you know it, your town gets flooded with lava.
Oh, don't you just hate it when that happens?
I know, it's the burden of every office
I
worker's
was
life.
so close to finishing my report. This is
I
gonna
know.
be the rest of my day.
You were on the final sentence as well. You were about to do it. You put in conclusion, and then the window filled up with this lava. So you obviously jump
My
up
computer's not lava insured. I skimped on that.
when they were giving out insurance. They said, "Oh, do you want the lava insurance?" Nah, that'll skip that
Protection
one.
against locusts, protection against wild bears, protection against the undead. Yes, all of those, please.
All of those.
And for an extra £29,000, we can insure you against lava. Nah,
And now you're kicking yourself.
I am.
So you jump up from your chair and you rush out of the room, and you know
But
there
the
are.
lava's already come into my office.
It's pushing at the window. It's about to burst through. It bursts through.
It's knocking on the window, is it?
It's knocking on the window. Yeah, it's a bit sentient. I think it came from the sky. It's like some alien lava. But yeah, it crashes through the window, and you just as you run out of the room, and you know that in your office building there are 2 safe rooms that are lava proofed.
I mean, yeah. Thankfully, my boss was smarter than me, and he did prepare for the lava scenario. As I was running towards the safety door, I also saw Fabio running towards it, and I pushed him into the lava.
So
As he was like, going, "But there's enough room for both of us."
So you've murdered Fabio,
Yeah.
the handsomest man in the world.
I mean, yeah, that is probably the biggest sin I've ever committed. I've robbed the
Yeah.
world of handsomeness.
Either that, or if he does survive, he's going to be hideously ugly with all these lava scars.
No, I was going to say he'll be the sexiest skeleton in the world.
So yeah,
Even his skeleton has muscles somehow.
so you get to the end of the hallway, and there are 2 doors either side of you, and you look into one, and they've got like a little glass window so you can see inside.
Okay, but lava-proof glass.
Oh yeah, it's definitely lava proof. When it fills up, it's going to be like a nice little lava lamp that you can see through the window. It'll be lovely.
I'm there watching the world burn to death around me.
Yeah. So yeah, you've got these 2 rooms either side, and you look in both of them. In the first room there's one person in each room. So this is who you're going to be sharing the room with for the next probably week or so until they can drain the lava from the world.
Oh yeah, using a big straw.
Yeah. You know, when the military come in, they bring that giant straw down and they get the giants to suck it out.
We all know our governments are prepared for lava flowing over. And you said the entire world. This is a worldwide lava attack, is it?
Well, I'd say it's just your hometown for now. If they can contain it,
Just my hometown.
just your hometown.
Wow, I am unlucky. I mean, I've moved from Basingstoke now. I'm in a different hometown, but just so happened to move into the hometown that gets destroyed by lava.
Yeah, I mean,
What are the chances?
I mean, all your loved ones perish, unfortunately. I apologise for that.
Does the lava stop at the town limits?
Yeah.
I don't know if the right term is. It's not next door, but the next town to us. It just stops at the town where the sign says you're now entering. It goes, whoop. Well, we've got to stop here, lads.
Yeah, as I said, it's kind of sentient. So it gets to the edges of the town, and then it's going to try and spread out eventually. But the government's going to get in and get their giants and their giant straws to suck it all up before that happens, obviously.
Yeah, because to them, lava is like a nice warm milkshake. I just realised what I just said there. Warm
nice
milkshake.
Yeah, that doesn't sound pleasant at all.
But it's what I've said, so we have to stick with it.
Yeah, fact for the episode, a warm milkshake is Nathan's favourite drink.
Lovely, lovely, warm and bubbly in my tummy. Even warmer coming out.
When you go to a diner, you say, toss me a shake. Make sure it's super warm.
And they slide it across the counter to me, do they? I just turn up at the bar and go, shake me. And they slide it towards me.
They slide it towards you. You go to grab it and it burns your fingers, so you let go and it smashes on the floor every time. You've never actually tasted it, but it's your favourite drink.
I imagine it tastes lovely, yes.
Anyway, so you've got these two rooms, and you see the two people in each room. In the room to your left is, the guy in your office that everyone knows, Vindaloo Vinny.
Vindaloo Vinny?
Vindaloo Vinny. You know, the guy who eats nothing but curry all day, every day.
Oh, okay. He's not just singing that old football song over and over and over again.
Oh, he does sing that quite often.
No.
But he loves his curry. The hotter the better, he loves it. So in the other room is annoying Angie, the most annoying woman in the office.
I mean, her parents really saw ahead when they called her that.
Yep, yeah, that's Christian name is Annoying Angie, sorry, Annoying Angie. So anyway, these two safe rooms, they're very small, they're very compact, and you know for a fact that Vindaloo Vinny absolutely stinks of curry all day, every day.
And he's farting constantly.
He's constantly farting, and he usually has the shits. There's no toilets in either of these rooms, by the way.
Oh my god, that's an image.
But Annoying Angie, she is the most annoying woman you've ever met in your life. Like, you actively avoid her at work because she is so annoying.
She talks in this really high-pitched voice. She never lets you complete a sentence. She talks over you whenever she can. She never lets you say a single word. She never lets you complete a sentence or even interrupt her. She just won't allow it. I mean, can you even imagine anyone being that annoying and inconsiderate to someone else's feelings? It's unbelievable that anyone could ever be like that.
Yeah.
I mean, can you even imagine it, Kyle? Knowing someone that annoying.
I couldn't even conceive, Nathan. So yeah, you've got a choice. Do you go for Vindaloo Vinny's room or Annoying Angie's room?
I mean, wow.
And this is going to be about a week you're going to have to spend with these people. I think they've probably got like a bucket in there, so you're going to have to piss in a bucket.
This is a safe room. Are there facilities? Is there food? Is there sink? Is there like a bathroom? What is the room?
See, they've stocked up with tins of baked beans.
Okay, good, the essentials.
What every safe room needs: tins of baked beans. You do get a can opener
and musical equipment, so Angie can play the drums.
Yeah, well, she loves the tambourine. Yeah, but only they've only put musical instruments in her side for some reason.
Yeah, weird that. But are there toilets? That's
there are no toilets. There's a bucket that you need to share.
I mean, on first thought, Vindaloo Vinny, a man with the shits.
Yeah.
Spending a prolonged amount of time in a single... How big is the room? How much distance can I have from this man constantly shitting himself?
You don't have that much room.
Bigger than a lift?
Oh, bigger than a lift. Yeah, I'd say.
What's the parameters? It's bigger than a lift, but smaller than a. God, I can't think of anything to describe it with. Bigger than a lift, but smaller than the Queen's house.
Yeah, we need to sort of scale it in a little.
No, that didn't quite work, did it? Okay.
No.
Damn it.
So bigger than a lift,
but smaller.
But smaller than a restaurant.
Okay.
So we're getting there. See, I can't even say it's about the size of a bedroom because everyone's bedroom's
Yeah, that's
different
the same thing I was
sizes.
thinking of. Smaller than a living room.
Yep.
It's smaller than a. I'm trying to think of a description for a small room, like a famously small room. I can't think of anything. Oh, bigger than a lift, but smaller than a prison cell.
Yes, there you go. I would say probably about prison cell sized.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
both of these
this
rooms.
man, when he built his safe rooms, really built them for comfort, did he?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I mean it's a lava-proof room. You're not going to burn to death. You're happy
He
just
didn't
to.
install toilets. I'm not happy with my boss. Thank God he's dead.
Only because you murdered him. Although no one's going to be able to prove
Kyle, semantics.
it. Fabulous Fabio.
I mean, his beautiful skeleton will still have that gold flowing locks. They're so beautiful, even lava can't destroy his hair.
Yeah, no lava is strong enough to destroy his.
Beautiful, silky, luscious locks.
Yeah, he uses like 2 bottles of conditioner per wash.
And it's special conditioner designed specifically for his own hair.
Mm.
He donated a hair sample to the Laboratory Garnier department, and they got to work to protect his beautiful hair.
It's because he's worth it.
He really is. He's simply the best, head and shoulders above the rest.
Anyway, so yeah, just to give you an idea, the viewer at home an idea of how annoying Angie is. She's the type of person who will talk about her chihuahuas all the time, but call them her babies.
Oh,
yeah.
And she refers to herself as mummy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She refers to herself as mummy, and also, you're in there for a week with her, and her chihuahuas aren't getting fed. She is losing her mind over these chihuahuas.
Yeah,
They're going to be missing their mummy. Oh,
aren't they
poor
going
little.
to be dead by lava?
I don't know. It depends whether or not she's got a lava-proof house.
I guess it's Schrodinger's cat, isn't it? We don't know what's
Yeah.
in the outside world.
Schrodinger's baby.
Yeah, it's the famous experiment when you fill a town with lava, but you're inside a lava-proof room. Is
Yep.
the rest of the town? What's going on in the rest of the town? I didn't explain that very well.
No.
That famous experiment that everyone gets.
The famous experiment where they filled a town with lava. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But didn't you hear about that? It happened in the crazy 70s.
It's called Schrodinger's baby. Fact 1 for the episode. Schrodinger's baby was an experiment in the 70s, so add that to your book.
They put a baby in a room.
Yep.
And they filled the town with lava. And somehow that was science.
Yeah. That was it. They didn't research anything. They just filled a town with
They weren't
lava.
even studying. They weren't even recording the results of the study. They were just like, well, the experiment's done. And I think they may have been arrested for crimes against humanity.
Yeah, possibly.
But if you're not committing horrible atrocities towards mankind, are you even a scientist?
Exactly. So yeah, Nathan, these are your options: Vindaloo Vinny or Annoying Angie.
So Vindaloo Vinny,
Yep.
he's a lovely bloke. He's nice to talk to.
Yeah, he's a lad's lad. He's like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Nathan, how you doing, mate?
We have a nice laugh. He's
Yeah.
He's a good conversationalist.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the game.
Oh yeah, he loves the footy.
The footy. I was talking about croquet.
You were talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
Exactly.
You had an hour-long conversation with him, and he was talking about football.
Two completely different subjects. But that's how nice he is. We're not even at the same thing, but it's just a very pleasant conversation.
Yeah,
It's like,
he didn't even realise.
I do. I bet you do, mate. I bet you're great at the game. You are. And we both refer to it as the game exclusively. No specifics.
No.
Oh yeah, and I did a really good move on the game. Oh yes, and the people that I like do the game, they did great in the game.
Yeah, he never references the team
No,
or
I don't
anything.
even reference things. I don't reference dice. He doesn't reference the ball. We're just speaking the most vaguest of terms whatsoever.
Yeah, that's just how blokes talk. It's
Exactly.
Did you enjoy the...
To be honest, mostly it's like, yeah, the game. And that's it, the conversation.
Did you enjoy the game last night? Yeah, I really did enjoy that game last night.
And then we just roar at each other for the next 5 hours.
Hey, ooh, yeah, ooh.
Oh, you like me and Vinny are man's man. You know how we
Yes.
talk.
Oh, I know how to talk, man. And he also obviously talks a lot about curry and his love of curry.
Yeah.
Vindaloo's especially.
And he is a connoisseur of the Indian takeaway market. He's always
Oh, yeah.
giving somewhere the best. He's always describing them on rating them on spiciness, on
Chewiness of naan.
chewiness of naan. Yes, that famous term.
Yeah.
The most important thing to judge an Indian takeaway on: how much does it hurt to shit afterwards?
Yeah. The more painful, the better the curry.
Exactly, that's what everyone said.
Yeah.
That's his family motto. It's his family crest
The more painful, the
that
better.
he wears on a t-shirt. No context, just a t-shirt that says "the more painful, the better."
With a picture of a curry underneath. Lovely.
Yeah, no, Vinny's a good lad.
He's a good guy. Yeah, he's nice.
But he's better to talk to when you're far away from or over the phone.
Yes.
Up close is a bit of a challenge, to be honest. There's kind of like a visible mist of smell around him.
Well, it's not just his arse; it's his breath as well.
It is. It's his breath, and like he's got like yellow all around his mouth. He looks kind of bloodshot. He's having so many. He might have like an addiction, to be honest. He's having curries 5 times a day.
Yeah. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
He has a curry for dinner, and then he has for dessert another curry.
He has
he has like, the hottest curry imaginable, and then he has a slightly less hot curry as his cool dessert afterwards.
Yeah, vindaloo for dinner, korma for dessert. It's got coconut in it. It's got to be a pudding.
Exactly. And yeah, so talking to him, being in close vicinity to him, is quite difficult. And he's usually got bits of naan bread sticking in his teeth. But he usually has bits of naan bread in his pockets that he's just constantly taking out and chewing.
Yeah, so at least you will have some naan bread to put your baked beans on.
Oh yes, absolutely.
That's a bonus of going with Vindaloo.
That's the only food available, Kyle.
Baked beans is the only food available. Yeah, he's not going to be happy.
No, Vinny's not going to be happy.
Exactly.
Happy. I don't really like baked beans.
Well, that's all that Fabulous Fabio has sorted for you.
Is there a hob? Is there something to cook the baked beans on?
Oh no, you're eating these cold. You are eating these stone cold out the tin.
Wow, that is just lovely. That is, and we both share one bucket to use, do we?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be as bad as him, Vindaloo Vinny. The 60 curries a week does have an effect on his body, but having nothing but baked beans for a week is going to have an effect on me too.
Yeah.
So we're going to be fighting over that bucket a bit.
Yeah, like it's going to be coming out of both ends, I reckon, by the end of the week.
That's just beautiful, man. I mean, wow. What a lovely experience to have a week in a room with a man.
When people tune into our podcast, they're looking for highbrow entertainment, and I think we've
exactly.
delivered.
They're looking for a breath of fresh air in these dark and troubling times.
Yeah.
Look on the news and you see all these horrible things happening. What you need is something calm and relaxing and nice imagery to take you away from that. And I think the image of being stuck in a room with a man shitting himself and farting Vindaloo smells out of his arse is exactly what they're looking for.
Definitely. 100%.
Well, a man is eating baked beans off of naan bread in the corner, weeping.
That is the food of the gods. Cold baked beans on a naan bread.
I mean, yes, exactly. It's a delicacy.
But anyway, let's go to the other scenario. Annoying Angie. How would you deal with her?
Is it still baked beans?
There's still baked beans there, yeah. Baked beans and tambourines in this room.
Oh yeah, of course. There's tambourine. She always loves to play the tambourine. Yes. So she loves to play the music she does, and she loves to do throat singing.
Yes, she does.
She takes a swig of what is there water? Or
there is water for you.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, good. We're not just drinking baked bean juice.
No.
So she takes a nice swig of water, gargles it in her throat.
Oh yeah, all the time. And then she sucks her teeth.
Sings a 20-hour opera that she insists I listen to and do not interrupt. And if I do interrupt, she
starts from the beginning.
Yeah, and she has a bloody mental go at you.
Yeah, and she says, do you know how hard it is to be me? My babies could be dead at home and Mummy isn't there to protect them.
Exactly. They don't know where Mummy is. Well, I'm going, I think all my family is dead. My babies.
And she eats with her mouth open, so she's eating these baked beans, spitting little bits of baked bean at you.
She's eating with one hand while clipping her toenails with the other.
Yeah, the toenails are just pinging off your head.
Her toenails are flying into my baked beans.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. She has very dirty toenails for some reason.
And yeah, she has no what's the word I'm looking for? The opposite of shy.
She has no filter.
No. What I mean is, like, she doesn't mind getting naked in front of others and stuff. She has no...
she has no inhibitions.
That's it. She has no inhibitions. She'll, get undressed in front of me. She'll be doing, using the bucket right in front of me in the middle of a conversation. Like, she won't even stop talking.
No. Constant eye contact.
Then she'll slide her trousers down and sit on the bucket.
Yeah.
All while looking me right in the eye. And if I look away, she'll accuse me of being rude.
Yeah. Why are you looking away while I'm having an in-depth conversation with you about my babies?
And, like, this whole time she's been non-stop talking. She's only stopped talking to eat and sleep.
And even when she's eating, as I say, she's, like, chewing loudly with her mouth open, bits of baked beans spitting in your face.
A bit of baked bean drips down her chin.
Yeah.
It's sexy. That's the only upside to it.
Yeah. I mean, when she's sleeping, she snores very loudly as well.
and in between snores, she goes...
For some reason, she dreaming she's a parrot or something.
She's always playing on a tambourine. She's always tapping away. She's always making clicking noises with her throat.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Tuts a lot, hums to herself, loves to sing. She hasn't got a very good singing voice, but she loves singing.
And she refers to herself in the third person, actually, she refers to herself in the third person as Mummy, even when she's not talking about her babies.
Yeah.
Nathan, why aren't you listening to the Mummy? It's like, you're not my Mummy!
Yeah, she insists you call her Mummy rather than Angie. It's very, very strange.
Whenever I try to actually have a conversation with her and talk about my family, it's like, well, as a mother, I know what it's like. You have 2 chihuahuas. You've had for a week because your goldfish died.
Yeah, she's only ever had pets. She's never found a man who can stay with her long enough because she's so annoying.
But she has no understanding of that. She thinks that she's too intimidating for men, or
she's a powerful woman, and men are too scared of that.
Exactly. So she's constantly talking about how great she is, and she's always accusing me of checking her out. Always saying, "Hey, why are you staring at me?" And then I look away. Why aren't you looking at me when I'm talking to you?
Yeah. You like, she always tells you to keep
ugly. No. You think you think I'm ugly? No. Are you coming on to me? There's no in between with her.
So Nathan, you think I'm attractive, don't you? Yes. Oh my god, that's so sexist.
It's a very difficult week.
Sexual harassment, Nathan. Do you know what that is?
Oh man.
And then you say, no, okay, I don't think anything of you. I don't find you attractive and I don't find you unattractive. Are you saying I'm nothing? Are you calling me nothing, Nathan? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this conversation goes on for about 5 hours, and I try to dig myself out, and she basically, I'm digging myself out of a hole. She's throwing me back into the hole. Yeah,
you're trying to climb out of the hole, but she's constantly throwing dirt in your face and kicking you back down.
I'm either sexually harassing her, or I'm insulting her, or I'm ignoring her, or I'm paying too much attention to her, or I'm not listening to her, or I'm not engaging in the conversation.
Yeah, or the alternative is Stinky Vindaloo Vinny. So there's your choice.
He's a good lad. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He is a good guy. He just absolutely stinks.
Talking to him does make your eyes water.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. This is a tough one. It really is. Because on the one hand, I could kill Angie, and then I'd have a week alone.
Yeah, there is that.
Vinny, not only is he a good bloke, but I can't get close enough to kill him.
No.
He's protected by a force field of smell.
Yeah, he has his own personal warding.
But let's say that I'm not into murder. Let's imagine that I'm not a murderer for a minute.
Yeah.
I know it's difficult, but let's pretend that I have moral reasons to not kill people. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but I'm sure some pedantic out there you'll have some reason why you shouldn't kill people. Like, I don't know. It's not like it was written in stone or anything. But I don't know where I was going with this sentence.
If you weren't going to kill people, then
how
would you deal with this situation? What would you go for?
Oh, wow. I mean, on the one hand, Angie would drive me absolutely balmy. There'd be no pleasant conversation. We wouldn't be able to comfort each other during this difficult time.
Oh, no. You try to hug her and she will mace you in the face.
But then she'll start crying and saying, "Aren't you going to ask how I am?
Aren't you going to comfort me in any way?" And the second you do, you are getting maced again.
Whereas Vinny, we're able to talk to each other and have a good rapport.
Yeah.
But obviously I can't give him a hug because it would kill me.
Mm-hmm. You couldn't get close enough to hug him. You're basically backed up into the corner of the room for the entire week.
I'm right in the corner. I'm in a huddle. I can only move around the corners of the room. He's right in the centre, and I have to move around the corners of the room. So I have to move from one corner to the other to get the baked beans, to go to the bucket, to go to the water. I can only stay in the corner, moving around in a square-like position.
Yeah, and you're basically doing that thing that kids do in school where they pull their t-shirt up over their nose.
And I'm squatted on the floor because smell rises to the top.
Fact 2 for the episode: smell rises. Just a fact that people can add to their books.
Exactly, the big book of facts.
I wonder how many we've actually got now. If people have been writing these down from every episode, wonder how many altogether.
If they haven't been writing these down, then I'm deeply ashamed of them, and that's fact number 3 for this episode.
Oh, fact number 3. They're coming thick and fast now.
Thick and fast.
People better get their quills out and start jotting these down.
I mean, they should have been taking minutes during this entire thing. This is like a business meeting. We're giving out important information for the masses. But I have to make a decision here.
You do.
I have to choose between Vindaloo Vinny, the smelliest but nicest man in the world, or annoying Angie, who smells fine, but she doesn't like it when you sniff her.
No.
I mean, that's very weird. I mean, most women I've met love it when I walk up to them and sniff them.
She actually smells quite pleasant.
Yeah, and every time I've said that to her, every time I've walked up to her and said, "You smell nice today, Angie," she just doesn't like it. I mean, women, eh? They won't let you follow them home. They won't let you sniff them. What do they want?
Political correctness gone mad.
Exactly. I mean, in this scenario, I may be the annoying one, and Angie's the innocent victim, to be honest.
Poor Angie.
Like, she's got her own podcast where she's complaining about having to be in the room with me. But anyway, I think, that's really tricky. I was thinking I'd go for Vindaloo Vinny, but being around that much smell would make you violently sick after a while.
Yes, and you've only got the one bucket.
And then I'd have the smell of violent sick, as well as the smell of Vindaloo and everything else that's going on. But Angie would drive me absolutely balmy. This is a horrible choice. Absolutely horrible.
Have I actually outdone myself for once?
You have outdone yourself.
I mean, there is the choice of not going in either room and facing the lava.
I think of the choice which room I'd rather be in. I think I'd want to be in the room with the lava. That's a better roommate.
You're going to join Fabulous Fabio.
We can't. This is a two-choice only podcast.
It's a two-choice system.
Exactly, and that's a fact.
That's a fact. Fact 5.
Was it fact 5?
We skipped fact 4.
Oh, okay. Man just wasn't meant to know.
No, it was too important.
We figured out the meaning of life and universe and the existence of God with a mathematical formula, and foolishly we gave it away, but then the CIA had to censor us.
Yeah, fact 4 is in the deleted scenes.
Exactly, which you will never see, and if you do, they have to kill you.
Yeah. So who are you going to go for, Nathan?
Oh, this is tricky, because Angie would drive me absolutely balmy. Because Vinny would make me violently ill.
Yeah.
I think for my own... I think I'd have to go with Angie.
You're going to go with Angie?
Yeah, I'll go insane.
Yeah.
But I think if I stayed in the room with Vinny, I'd get dysentery and the scurvy and whatever other diseases people got on pirate ships.
There you go. Everyone knows that if they get into the same situation Nathan got himself into, where lava mysteriously attacks your hometown, and you've got the...
If you're ever in the same situation when lava attacks, like documentaries about like animal attacks, like when penguins go bad, when guinea pigs run wild. No, is that something I invented in my mind?
When ferrets go feral. When rodents go rogue.
When beavers go balmy. When warthogs go wrong. The hell with this show, Carl. That's the rest of the show. Just us naming animal attacks. So you, Carl, this happened a little while ago. You were out on the lash.
Of course.
You had a few too many daiquiris. You know, those little umbrellas really have an effect on you. And you ended up picking a fight with the meanest, toughest gang in the bar. With Tinkerbell, the Easter Bunny, and Deirdre, the world's oldest woman.
Yep, I single out the people I think are going to be the biggest, strongest, toughest targets, and I'm like...
Exactly. They're down in shots, Deirdre sitting in her leather jacket, her aviator sunglasses.
Yeah, and I have to drink so much to psych myself up to go and fight these bastards.
Exactly. You had to have another 3 of those drinks with a little one. You needed 2 more umbrellas.
Yeah, when I put them in my hair, it's sort of like a peacock antagonistic, defense mechanism
exactly.
thing.
There's nothing more threatening than a man with 2 tiny little umbrellas sticking out the back of his ponytail.
Yeah, I put them in the back of my hair. I was imagining putting them actually in my hair so that they're on display, but no, they're in my ponytail.
They're sticking out the back of your neck. They can see it.
What I do is I walk up to them and do a spin so that they see the back of my head.
Naturally.
Yeah.
What everyone does when they want to be tough.
It's
they
like...
do a twirl.
Yeah, I'm like Michael Jackson. I'm like, hi there, and then I just do a big spin and people see...
Did you go hee-hee?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, okay, yeah, I mean, exactly. What everyone does when they want to look tough. Walk up to someone and do a spin.
Yeah. Showing off their mini umbrellas.
You picked a fight with this rough ragtag gang.
Yeah.
And anyway, you ended up fighting outside. And
we took it out into the streets.
Exactly. And for once, Kyle, I mean, usually, you've got your wild, not even kung fu. It's like a martial arts that's only you know, where you close your eyes, swing your fists around in a wild circle while kicking up in the air in jerky motions. It's amazing.
I'm basically a drunken master.
Exactly. It's like a ballet of fighting.
Yeah.
If only you actually hit one of them, it would be an amazing technique.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, for once you've lost this fight, Kyle. For once you've chewed off more than you could chew.
I've chewed off more than I could bite.
Yes. That's the saying. Thank you for correcting me, Kyle.
That's definitely what's
Between
happened.
the 2 of us, there is nothing that we don't know.
Exactly. That's why people tune into this factual podcast.
Exactly, for all the information and learning and correctness. That's why they tune in. So yes, you, Kyle, have been beaten up within an inch of your life. Tinkerbell pours her drink on you, the Easter Bunny spits on you, and Deirdre calls you a meanie head. Just horrible, vicious attacks.
Yeah, that is a bit harsh.
Yeah. All you did was walk up to 3 strangers at the bar and pick a fight with them.
Exactly.
So anyway, you are left on the streets, slowly dying from terrible internal injuries, when a leprechaun walks past you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was lucky that was. It was lucky that this fight just happened to happen at the end of a rainbow.
Oh, we were fighting at Rainbow's End.
That's the name of the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, outside of Rainbow's End, you're lying on the street bleeding. What's his name?
Do you want an Irish name?
That's what I was trying to think of, and I've gone completely blank. Flanagan.
Flanagan? O'Connor? Doherty?
There's a surname.
They only go by surnames in
Oh yeah,
Ireland.
you're right. They don't. They haven't invented the first name yet.
No, it's just all surnames.
Let's go with Flanagan.
Flanagan.
O'Flanagan.
O'Flanagan. Okay.
Yes, I mean you have to have the O. It's like law there.
Yeah.
So all of
Their phone book starts with O and ends with O.
To all of our Irish listeners out there, I just want to congratulate you for listening to this podcast that really represents your culture accurately and well. And I know that you're at home thinking, God, those guys really get me and my culture.
Now remember, Nathan, you need a really thick Irish accent for this leprechaun.
Yoo-hoo there! It's me, oh Flanagan!
Hi, O'Flanagan. I'm dying here, so I'm not sure.
I'm going to stop doing this voice now.
Yeah, I think that's for the best.
So, to paraphrase O'Flanagan, he offers to magically heal you with his leprechaun powers.
Oh, good.
Yes, but the healing does come at a cost.
Okay.
He can either heal you and make it so you no longer feel pain, but nor do you feel anything else at all,
Okay.
or make you able to survive any injury, but you have absolutely no tolerance to pain.
So he'll heal me and I won't feel it, but I won't feel anything, any emotions.
No, your emotions are still the same. I mean physical healing.
So physically, I won't feel.
You can't feel the touch of a banana.
Okay, I can't feel the gentle caress of my lover's hand as she strokes my cheek. I can't feel.
Style.
I can't feel the warm, soft sand on my toes as I walk barefoot through the beach.
No, you can't feel the taste of a lamppost as you lick it.
Yeah, I can't even feel a summer's breeze on my face.
Nor a winter's breeze, or a autumn's breeze.
Oh, so yeah, I would be out in the cold, but I wouldn't feel the cold.
No, you don't feel cold, you don't feel heat.
I don't feel heat. So I would be out in the sun and I would be burning, but I wouldn't even realise. Or I would be out in the cold, I would be getting frostbite and I wouldn't even realise.
Exactly, yeah, you still get the injury.
I still get it, but I don't feel it.
You'll be harmed, but you just feel pain. So,
Ooh. That's quite dangerous.
Yeah, if you were bleeding and didn't notice, that'd be dangerous. Whereas the other thing is you are basically, you can survive any injury, you can recover from any injury, fall from 50 feet, get run over by a monster truck, your town is burnt by lava, you can survive and you will heal, but you feel the pain. And honestly, you feel pain on anything. You stub your toe and it's like your foot has been shot off by a shotgun.
What? Oh, so it's been amplified.
Exactly. Your tolerance for pain is gone.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So, you drink a cup of tea that's slightly too hot, and you're screaming for the rest of the day.
Yeah. So I do anything
that summer's breeze will be like a slap in the face.
Yeah. So yeah, just a breeze would be like being in a 4 scale. If I was out in the snow or something, it would feel like hailstones rocketing into my flesh.
Exactly.
That would be horrible. Oh, yeah. This is a very good question this week, Nathan.
What do you mean this week, Nathan?
I mean, every other week, like, your questions have been a bit lackluster. I haven't wanted to say anything, but they've been really...
Your face is lackluster, poor eyes.
They've been really, meh. But this week, top notch.
How dare you?
How
dare you refer to me as meh? I have never been so insulted in my life.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Nathan, is this week you're like 50% of the way there. You're like you're half as good as me this week. You're doing well.
That's high praise, actually. I'm half as good as you. I mean, I told my mum this day would come, but she never believed it. Every day she'd ask me, why can't you be more like Kyle?
Yeah, she's never even met me, which is weird.
But
she does say that to you every day and has done every day of your life.
She knows nothing about you other than what I've described to her about you.
Yeah.
But from that alone, she knows that you are a better person than me and that she would rather have you as her son.
Yeah.
These are exact quotes from her.
Yeah, I've had to actually block her from calling me because she tries to ring me every day. It's quite embarrassing, really.
She sends you messages, please respond. I'd love to know what it's like to be proud of my son.
So anyway, we're going off topic. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've had to cut out the last 5 hours of me crying, Kai. rocking back and forth in this chair,
So
holding my girlfriend to the pillow.
So going with the option that I'm very intolerant to pain, and
Yes.
like any little thing, like I scratch myself, and it would be
Yeah, a
searing
paper
agony.
cut is horrific for you.
Okay, we'll go for both scenarios, and I'll tell you two different things. So I'm at work, and I work in a kitchen.
Yes.
I can't feel pain, and I go to take something out the oven. I don't realise that it's hot, and I'm burning my hands, but I don't feel anything. And then
You don't realise that you've burnt your hands until you see the searing flesh.
Yeah, and I can still smell, I assume.
Yes. Oh,
So
yes. All the other senses, basically your sense feeling, which is one sense of your of the average senses that humans have, which I think is about 20.
Yeah, there's fact 6 for the episode. There are 20 human senses. We're not going to tell you what they are.
Oh, I was going to tell them what they were. Okay, fine. I'll just tell them 3 of them. There's tasting sarcasm. That's one sense. There is seeing. I can't think of anything funny to say. Seeing contempt.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. You've got one more to go.
You're leaving me in the wind here, Kyle. I was hoping you'd chime in.
I was going to carry on with my thing, but you insisted. I said we're not going to tell you what they are, but you insisted on picking 3.
You can't leave me on the on my own. And the third sense I'm going to describe is.
Oh wow.
I mean, this is like trying to invent a brand new colour. How? How do you do that? I have definitely chewed off more than I can bite here.
You really have. That's a phrase that I want people to start using as well in everyday life.
This is the sense of when it's too cold and your testicles shrivel up. That's a sense.
Right. So anyway, as I was saying, I get the thing out the oven, and I don't realise that my hands are burning away until I smell barbecue, and I'm like, okay,
you go, barbecue.
Yeah, and
When did
then
you cook that? And then you go, wait a minute, I'm the chef.
So then I look down at my hands and so I don't feel anything, but I've burnt away my hands.
Yeah.
The other scenario, I go to take something out of the oven, just opening the oven door, I get this blast of heat in my face, which usually...
God. It would feel like your face is melted off.
Yeah.
You've not been injured in any way. You
No.
can't hurt. But you feel it. You feel the pain.
Usually opening an oven door would be nothing to me. It's just, a little bit of heat rises. But with this, it feels like I'm on fire.
Heat rises like a smell.
So we've gone back to your scenario.
I mean, that's the name of my novel, Rises Like a Smell.
But I would have to use 30 different tea towels just to get this one thing out of the oven. Otherwise, it's going to be searing pain.
You'd have to keep your face as far away as possible, and even then, you still feel it.
I'm still going to... I think it would be safer to go for not being able to feel anything because, fair enough, I can't feel a lover's kiss or I can't feel the grateful pat on the back when I've scored the goal for my sports team.
Yes, when you've won at the game, when you're playing the game.
At the game.
Me and Vinny are talking about how well you did at the game and how you really scored some points in that game, and that point scoring that you did was just brilliant point scoring.
Yeah, how I came in first at that thing that I did in the game.
Exactly. Oh, it's just amazing, that thing that you did in the game. Sports commentators will talk about it for years. We haven't seen anyone do that thing in the game for years since people have been playing this game.
Again, going back to the cup of tea, I would drink a cup of tea, but I would not feel it going down my throat.
No, exactly. I mean, I think taste is a feeling.
Yeah, but I wouldn't feel the heat of it. So I could be drinking searing hot tea and not feel it.
But what I'm saying is, can you still taste? I'm pretty sure taste is just your tongue feeling things.
So is taste off the cards?
I've decided this despite having no medical knowledge whatsoever.
Are you saying this is fact 7 for the episode, Nathan?
Yes.
Your tongue is feeling things. What was it you said?
Taste is just your tongue feeling things. I'm sure that's it.
Yeah. So fact 7.
I think. Or is it your tongue absorbing things? Is it your tongue... Taste is your tongue smelling things. How do tongues work?
So fact 7. Taste is just your tongue feeling things.
I think that's correct. I mean, the way you're saying it makes it sound wrong. But I think it's right. It makes sense.
Yeah, so you're the one telling me this. So is taste off the cards? Because you're saying it's a feeling. Because if taste is off the cards, that changes everything. So I was leaning towards...
Oh, mate, if that's what everything depends on, then I don't know whether to keep it in or not.
Reach into your inner leprechaun and wonder what would he think.
Yes, and of course, and as we all know, leprechauns are highly scientific creatures. I will say you can still taste.
I can still taste. So taste is a different experience to feeling. But I still wouldn't feel the coldness of the drink. I would just taste the drink.
No, exactly. You don't feel temperature. You don't feel the physical. You don't feel the physical feeling of food. So, a nice something crunchy that's pleasurable not only to taste but also to actually chew. You don't feel that, but you do taste it.
I taste the honeycomb, I just don't get the crunch of the crunchy.
Exactly, you've lost the crunch.
Yeah, it is a big loss, but I think not feeling pain is a good thing, unless obviously it's something like, I don't know, someone's come up and stabbed you in the back and you just don't realise, you carry on walking down the street.
That is true, and that is a risk that we run into every day. Especially when you're wearing that T-shirt that says on the back, your mum's a slag.
Yeah, whoever is walking behind me, especially if you have a knife.
Yeah, I mean, when they don't even make that T-shirt, you got it specifically screen printed.
I made it myself. I wrote it in pig's blood.
I mean, then it might be in that case, a vegetarian walking behind you. Not only are you wearing something covered in pig's blood, but you've called their mum a slag.
Exactly.
You deserve to be stabbed.
Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't realise that I'd been stabbed, but other than that, I think it would be quite useful to not feel pain. As you say, like burning yourself or, I don't know, falling down the stairs.
You still get injured.
I would still get injured.
Feel the pain. Whereas the other scenario is you can't get injured.
Yeah, I can't get injured, but just the fact that, a gentle breeze is going to feel like a hurricane, and, if I actually did get injured, think how catastrophic, how painful would it be if I, fell down the stairs?
Oh, God.
Broken arm.
Pass out pain.
And then
you'd wake up and you'd pass out from the pain again.
Yeah, that
you'd
is...
unconscious for 6 days.
Yeah, that's unimaginable pain. Unimaginable pain.
Unimaginable pain.
Unimaginable pain.
Unimaginable.
So yeah, I think I'm going to have to go for never feeling anything ever again. And I'm going to invite some people round, and we're going to play that game where I say, you give...
Do you want to stab me?
Well, no, I was going to go a little less than that. I was going to say,
you think you're sliding a knife between your fingers.
I could do that, but then obviously if I do stab into a finger, yeah, it's not going to hurt me, but I'm still going to have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
But what I could do is say, you can pay me £20 to kick me in the balls.
I mean, and there'd be so many people that want to kick
So many people that want to kick me in the balls, yeah.
I mean, I've got £100 right here, Kyle. Can I kick you 5 times? Or, I can either kick you 5 times, or I can kick you 5 times as hard. I need to think about which one of those 2 scenarios is best for me. That's next week's challenge for me.
Exactly.
Would I rather kick you in the balls 5 times, or once 5 times harder than usual?
Yeah. Although it's not going to make any difference to me whatsoever, because I can feel nothing. I mean, I may not be able to use them again.
Yeah, exactly.
But feeling-wise, I'm just going to be standing there with my hands on my hips, a big smile on my face.
After they've been kicked that many times, they would be purely for decoration.
Exactly. So yeah, we've both come up with the perfect answers. Nathan's going to spend the next week with annoying Angie, learn all about her babies.
I will know everything there is about her babies, their favourite food, what they like to do, how she thinks that they like her stories and that they take part in sports with her and exercise her.
And they love the little outfits and hats that she puts them in. They absolutely adore it. They don't try and tear them off with their teeth straight away. They love being put in that baby basket and cradled.
And she thinks she's having a conversation with them all the time.
Oh yeah, they understand her 100%. They know what she's saying. They know when mummy's talking.
Yes. Oh God, this is going to be a difficult week, Kyle. I've got to tell you.
Yeah, but it's weird because you're now in a relationship. Having come out of the end of that, weirdly, you gained this bond and you're now together.
Are we? Is that set in stone?
That is, I've said it, so it's fact.
I mean, you're right. Like we've established numerous times,
everything we say
always correct. So now I am in a committed relationship with the most annoying woman in the world.
Yeah, that week together is sort
It's
of...
brilliant.
Yeah, that week together is sort of like you got over the annoyingness and you saw what was beneath that.
Which was more annoyingness. But
Yeah.
then I say beyond that.
Yes.
And basically a week's worth of seeing beyond all her flaws, and I eventually found something worthwhile in her.
Deep, deep down in her core, you found something that you could love.
Oh, this is great. So, I mean, I can't even look forward to the week ending and being away from her. Now I'm with her for the rest of my life.
She's actually moved in with you straight away and brought the chihuahuas.
Of course she did. Of course she has. And, like, she's instantly moved all of my stuff out of the way for her things.
Yeah.
And basically she's not forcing me. Now I have decided to give up all of my hobbies and interests and pursue all of her hobbies and interests. This was a mutual decision that we agreed on, that she decided upon.
And obviously the bathroom is far too small for 2 toothbrushes, so you're just going to share one for the rest of your life.
And yes, exactly. And share a bathtub.
Oh yeah, you got to share. You got to keep the water bill down.
We eat out of one bowl, Lady style.
You just have one giant piece of spaghetti that you each eat the each end of, and then you meet in the middle.
We're just so in love, Kyle.
You are.
I'm just so happy. Can't you hear the joy in my voice as please help me. As I just talked to you about how happy I am. For the love of God, get me out of here. And just the happiness and joy. I want to burst into song.
I was surprised to get the invite to the wedding so soon.
Yeah, because she hates you. She hates all of my friends, which is you.
What? So she invited me to a wedding?
Oh yeah, she sent the invites. I can't be trusted for that, silly old me. I'd invite people I like. Oh, what was I thinking? Wow, this is amazing, Kyle. My life has changed, definitely for the better.
You definitely seem a lot, I'm not going to say happier, but different.
No, I definitely seem a lot more forced to smile than I used to.
So Nathan's having a wonderful time, and I don't feel pain.
Wonderful, wonderful time.
Nathan has a frown on his face.
It was blinking in Morse code, but he doesn't know Morse code, so it's actually saying
It is an interesting study to watch these two converse with each other.
Is it now no longer a audio descriptor, but we've got a nature documentary of what
Yeah, they're basically observing us like we're test experiments.
It's interesting watching the 31-year-old single man in the wild eating food off of the floor.
So yeah, we've given the correct answers and no one can dispute us. And if anyone disagrees with anything we've said today, then they can let us know in the comments. And if
anyone disagrees with anything that Angie says, I mean, she's always right, so they're wrong, definitely.
Praise be to Angie.
I exactly, praise be. I used to think that we were always right, Carl, but then I realised that I was never right. So
Nathan looks terrified.
A single tear goes down his face.
He is begging for help with his eyes. Kyle is oblivious. Yeah, and if you enjoyed the episode, then please follow and subscribe to the podcast on Patreon. You can find it at patreon.com/ifyouhadto, where you can find all the newest episodes with more being posted up all the time. And you can follow me on Twitter at Kyle M. Bennett. That's Kyle_M_Bennett with 2 N's and 2 T's.
And you can follow me at N Wozniak Art, which is N for Nathan, WOZNIAK, and then Art on Twitter. And you can follow me on Instagram, which is just under my name, Nathan Wozniak, same as my Twitter, because that's my name. Well, that's a fact. My name is Nathan Wozniak. That's the final fact for the episode.
Are you putting in a final fact that is your name? Fact 8 for the episode, your name is Nathan Wozniak.
The series to establish the facts of my name. What is this, episode
22?
22.
This is episode 22, and you have just told the people your name.
10 about me. I don't count those. All those.
You don't count the ones without you. Okay.
No, those insignificant others and their insignificant opinions. Only you and me, Carl, are right about everything. Angie, that's it. I mean, yes, Angie is right.
Angie is right. So people should discount all the facts from the episodes without you in,
and then discount all the episodes with me in because Angie was
right. So people should discount all of the facts and start a new fact book that is Angie's Facts. scripts?
Yes, starting
Okay.
next episode,
Yeah.
Angie will be in this podcast. She's replacing me, and I think she's replacing you. It'll just be her talking to herself in the podcast.
And her chihuahuas, obviously.
Oh yeah, the Chihuahuas are our guests, and I'll be in the room to fan the Chihuahuas and feed them drinks.
It'll be called Mummy and Her Babies.
So look forward to the first episode of Mummy and Her Babies coming soon.
Coming soon to all
I'm being
podcasters.
forced at gunpoint to say that it's going to be great.
This has been If You Had To, though. I've been Kyle.
I've been Nathan. For the love of God, help me.